Hello, we are here for one more lesson of this T-Flex CAD training course, and the topic for today will be the 3D profiles. This element, the 3D profile, is one of the most important elements that we can have in T-Flex CAD. And a definition that we can give to this 3D profile, it is an oriented contour in the 3D dimensional space. We can have several types, but a 3D profile can be created based on a parametric 2D contour located on a work plan. This capacity allows the propagation of the parametric properties of the two-dimensional drawings into the world of solid modeling. This seems a very difficult thing or a very confused topic, but in fact it's quite easy to show you several examples on the way to obtain 3D profiles. So, types of profiles, we have several things, and the first way that I can show you are profiles based on 2D elements, which we have several types, hatches, texts, or graphic lines. First thing, very easy, if we have a plan, then I will create draw on work plan. I will create a couple of profiles. The first thing I can show you is that I can have an open profile or a closed profile. So if I create something, for example, you know already this, so if I create this kind of item, this is a closed profile based on 2D elements, in this particular case graphic line. So I can use this to create 3D elements like, for example, solids. Okay, this is one feature. I can use this instead of having a closed profile. If I leave it open, in this particular case only a line, I can use it also to create a 3D element. In this particular case, it's only one surface, okay? But it's possible, and this is important with the notion that I can have an open or a closed profile. Then I can have, for example, I can use as base for these 3D profiles a text. And I can, let us say, parameters. Let's make this a little bigger. I can use letters to create also a 3D profile. So, for example, I can write down CADsoft, whatever, and this can be also used as a 3D profile because I can do this kind of feature also. So it's also possible. I can start these 3D profiles based also on another thing, which is, I will use another plan. For example, let's create a couple of lines. Okay, and I will make a couple of graphic lines, for example, like this, and I will create one hatch. Seeing the parameters, I can create a profile out of this, for example, or if I don't want to create a profile, it really does not matter much. If I define this area as a boundary, when I say go for it in terms of defining the profile, so the system recognizes the closed area, and okay, I have this profile. So no big issue to create something out of this. Then we've seen already another nice feature, which is the possibility to have as base graphic lines. And in here there is one nice capability. I will use brand new drawing. If I draw on work plan again, creating a very simple contour again, this one I don't want, so in this side, creating something, also a circle, then graphic line in this, in this, in this. And I will make something a little different, which is changing the perimeter and then apply another color to this one here. So black the square and red the circle. When I say create the profiles, I have the possibility to create separate profiles. So I can use one to make an extrusion, for example, down, and I can create the other one up. Okay, this is a possibility also to create profiles based in graphic lines. Okay, very easy, so no confusion. Then I can have the possibility to create profiles based on another different thing, which is a loop, for example, or a face. I can create a 3D profile, and I can have a loop or a face in these options. If it is a face, I can choose a face, and you see these little blue lines around allow me to create from this profile, and you see in this face I don't have anything. And the difference between a loop or a face, it is, let me create a point, let me create a hole a little bigger so that it's more visible. I can create a 3D profile from, if it is from a face, it will recognize all the contours of the face. But instead, if it is a loop, I can choose from the outer contour or the inner contour, and that is the difference also when creating a profile from this possibility. Then I can create a projection and create a profile from that projection. For example, I can create a work plan on this point and this point here, saying 45 degrees. Okay, very good. And I will create something parallel. So this one here. And now I will create a circle, for example, somewhere around here. And I will create also a 3D node as base for my profile. So in this guy here, and we'll create a point over here. So I can create a profile from the projection, and 3D profile, in this particular case, I will choose as a projection. I must choose first, if you see here, the face for projecting. So I will use this face here. I will use this profile, which has this point as base, and that point that is on the face to be projected, and will define the vector. So do it, and I have the projection, which now I can use, for example, as base for creating something. Okay, this is also a possibility to work with profiles that were created. One interesting thing also regarding the profiles is the capability to make offsets of profiles. So if I have a profile, let me create one, which has something like let me create a couple of lines. So for example, let me create one circle here and a couple of graphic lines, for example, until here. Okay, something like this. And now if I want to create an offset of this profile, and this function has to have as base always a flat profile. So profile, I want to create an offset. I can choose this profile here, and I have a couple of options like the ways of handling the gaps. So I can have this natural, the round or extend that, for example, in the corners will behave in a very different way. So for example, if I say 10, I can do it outside or inside. So for example, it will act like this. Or if I say now the offset of this guy here, again, I will put a little more. And not natural now, but the extended, it will act a little different. So I have a couple of different possibilities on the way that this is processed. We have a description in our theoretical course, so you can have a couple of drawings explaining how to deal with this. Then we have another nice feature, which is the possibility to laying down a profile on a face or on a body. So let me still create another one. We can make, let's create something. I will create a very simple geometry, open profile. Okay, I will create an extrusion out of this, not too big. Okay, it's enough. And I will create in here, in this work plan, a geometry. Let me go behind again. Not going well. Okay, now perfect. Okay, something not very complex. I will create also a 3D node in here and simply saying OK, and I will create a point on the surface and another point around here, no big deal. Okay, and what I will do now, it is 3D profile. I have this option here, lay profile down, and planar profile is this one, a point on the profile is this one, the surface to project, the point to project, and a second point in here, and do it. And in this particular case, it's not very visible because it's only one surface. If I had one more strained shape, it will be very visible. that this does not make a projection, but extends like an unfolded paper on the surface or on a group of surfaces. And now that I have the profile, okay, I can use it for several things. Then we have a set of options also that can start with the profile. That can use several possibilities, but they have a common effect, if you want, which is the unfold capability. So starting even another drawing. So one, it is, for example, if I create something conic. So let us create something around here. Okay, a circle, graphic line, and now an extrusion. Let us do a taper, for example, 20 degrees. Very good. And now 3D profile. I have a couple of options. They are very similar in what they do. So I have one for conic surfaces, but in this particular case I need to have a couple of points. So I will have one point here, for example, and another point in here, for example. So if I do 3D profile, conic surface, so now I can choose the surface, and I can choose a point to be the tangency point. Okay, it can be this one, and another point that will recognize as the split line. So it can be this one. So this is what it is done for the unfold of this surface. So it's very easy, and I think it's understandable of what can be done in here. Then we have another possibility, this time with cylindrical with a cylindrical surface instead of a conic one. For example, I need also a couple of points. The principle, it is the same. So 3D profile, I can have a cylindrical surface, again surface, the point to be the tangent one, and the point to be the split line. So just do it. Very easy to understand also, and very nice. Finally, we have another interesting thing that I will show you with a simple figure, which is the cube. And it is the possibility to unfold a set of surfaces, and basically they just need to be connected. Okay, so if I say profile, so unfold group of connected surfaces. So if I say I will choose all of them. Okay, and now I will say I can give a point on the profile. So if I say this point here, so simply unfold it, and I have this very nice unfolded profile, which can be used for any operation that recognizes the profile as the beginning information for this. So I hope that these topics were clear enough, but this was what I had to show you regarding the 3D profiles. Any questions, let us know, or my recommendation, you can consult for some more particular items, also our theoretical course.